I thank all the elected officials, your councilwoman, your congresswoman, your governor, your mayor. And I want to ask, how many of you were here in 1992? Well, I couldn't come and campaign in Philadelphia without coming right back here. To see all of you here, and I thank you so much, because I believe that Philadelphia and Pennsylvania are going to lead us to victory on Tuesday. And I know that it's going to be an incredible day, because so many people understand that this is not an ordinary election. This is a time when we are called upon to really reach deep down and ask ourselves, what kind of country are we going to have? Because we've got to recognize, following George W. Bush, we've got to turn back in the direction of America's destiny. When my husband came here in 1992, he talked about putting people first. Yes. And that is what we did. We saw the result of having leadership that really cared about what happened to the middle-class families and working people of Philadelphia, of Pennsylvania, Now, sometimes during this campaign, my opponent criticizes the 90s, criticizes what my husband did, and that's fair, because after all, politics is about trying to make it clear why people should vote for you instead of your opponent. But when I hear him criticizing the 1990s, I'm always wondering, which part of it didn't he like? The peace or the prosperity?
You know how to zoom in with this?
I think that most Americans want to see a president again who gets up every day and goes to work for you. The well-connected have had a president for 7 years, and he has taken really good care of them.
Yeah.
And it is time for us to clean house. And one thing we really know how to do. I put you on notice. I may need you to come and help.
Yeah, I got it, but there was something there. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's okay.
That leaves the back of the White House. We've got to decide what we're going to do. Because these good people who represent you, your governor, your mayor, your congresswoman, your city council member, they need a partner in the White House again. They need somebody who's going to say, okay, Mr. Governor, what are we going to do to make sure the economy works for hardworking Americans again? And here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to make sure there's not one single tax benefit in the American tax code that goes to any business that moves a single job out of Pennsylvania to and then we're going to start making the tax code fair again. Wall Street money managers who make $50 million a year pay a lower percentage of their income in taxes than nurses, teachers, truck drivers. And we're also going to go after the special interests who have had a field day under the Bush administration. By my reckoning, I think that we can target and take back $55 billion in special interest giveaways and subsidies to the oil companies, the drug companies, the insurance companies, and to Wall Street. And instead, I have a plan to cut middle-class taxes by $100 billion a year. Cost of health care. We're going to make college more affordable. Help people save for retirement. Give families back their money so that they can put it to work for what you need. And we're going to start creating jobs. You know, we created a lot of jobs in the 90s because we actually invested in America. And we're going to do it again. We're going to invest in clean, renewable energy jobs. I think we can create at least 5 million of them, and these are good jobs that you can't outsource. Because if somebody gets trained to weatherize a home, or make a building more energy efficient, or put a solar panel on the roof, or construct and install a wind turbine, those are jobs that will be done right here in America.
Yes!
We're going to pay for those jobs by taking these tax subsidies away from the oil companies and putting them to work on behalf of new jobs for Pennsylvanians and Americans, making us less dependent on foreign oil and giving us a chance to once again feel that we are in control of our own destiny. I am tired of America living on borrowed money and borrowed oil. We're going to take that back. Our bridges, our roads, our tunnels. I don't know if any of you ran into problems on I-95 a few weeks. And the mayor had just come back and looking at what was a very dangerous, deficient bridge. Wouldn't it be better if we actually put hard-working Americans back to work, fixing our lives? So much work to do in this country. We just got to get about the business of doing it again.
Yeah.
And I know that we can. And one area we're going to focus on is making sure that people in unions will be able to organize and bargain. Now, I know we're facing some tough problems because of the home foreclosure market. But I've got to tell you, I have been saying for more than a year that why don't we bail out homeowners instead of bailing out maybe in your neighborhood who are taken advantage of by the mortgage companies and the banks and the lenders. They deserve some help. And when I'm president, we're going to put a moratorium on home foreclosures. We're going to freeze interest rates, and we're going to give more support to communities so that they can have affordable housing that people will be able to live in and raise a family without seeing what's happening today across America with millions of people being evicted from their homes over the next year. And let's finally make health care affordable for everyone. I'm the only candidate with a plan for covering everybody. And I believe if we don't, here's what happens. We continue to have uninsured people. Those people go to the hospital, they get taken care of, and all the rest of us pay the bill. You know, everybody here who has insurance